Bernie Madoff promised one thing: certainty. Not huge profits, not wild returns, just steady gains, month after month. And that's what made it believable. 1%, maybe 2%. Nothing flashy, nothing dramatic, nothing that would raise suspicion. Just enough to keep people coming back. And over time, those small returns turned into something massive. At first, it didn't feel unusual. The returns were small, predictable, comfortable, almost boring. But that's what made it powerful, because people weren't chasing risk, they were chasing safety. And Bernie understood that perfectly. He didn't promise the impossible. He didn't promise miracles. He promised consistency. And over time, that consistency became trust. People started noticing, not because it was exciting, but because it never failed. Month after month, the numbers stayed green. No dips, no surprises, just steady growth, over and over again. And that's when the conversation started. Have you heard of him? He's different. No risk and still making money. One person tells another, then another. And before long, it's everywhere. At dinner tables, in office conversations. You're not in yet? You should talk to him. He only works with certain people. And suddenly, it's not just an investment. It's exclusive, something you don't want to miss. And that's when the money started moving. At first, slowly, carefully. A few thousand here, a few more there, just enough for people to test the waters. But once they saw the returns, they came back with more. A man invests once, then calls his brother. You should get in now. Are you sure? He's been solid for years. A couple sits in their living room, looking over their savings. If this keeps going, we could retire early. And that's how it spreads. Not through hype, not through noise, through trust. That was Bernie's genius. He never looked desperate, never looked aggressive. He looked comfortable. Quiet office, clean desk, controlled voice. The kind of man who made chaos feel far away. And investors love that, because the world is full of people trying to sound impressive. Bernie didn't have to. He made certainty sound normal. Statements arrived like clockwork. Numbers rose gently, smoothly, predictably. No drama, no volatility, just results. And the more perfect it looked, the less anyone questioned it. Because when people see what they want to see, they stop looking deeper. Charities invested, families invested, wealthy clients invested, then banks, then funds, then people who should have known better. If they trust him, why shouldn't we? And just like that, doubt disappears. Because nothing kills skepticism faster than social proof. By now, it isn't just a fund anymore. It's a world, a closed circle, a private club, and everybody wants in. And when everybody wants in, something changes. It stops being about logic and starts becoming emotional. People don't just invest anymore, they commit. A man looks at his portfolio, then doubles it. If it's working, why not go all in? A family moves their savings, their retirement fund, everything into one place. Because it feels safe. Too safe. And that's where the danger hides. Because behind the scenes, nothing has changed. There are still no real profits, no actual trades, no real system. Just numbers being written, statements printed, accounts updated, everything designed to look perfect. And the more perfect it looks, the deeper people fall. An investor checks his account. He smiles. This is the best decision I've ever made. He doesn't know he's looking at fiction, and he's not alone. Thousands of people seeing the same thing, believing the same story, trusting the same lie. And as long as that belief holds, the system keeps running, quietly, smoothly, dangerously. But cracks are already forming. At first, they're almost invisible. Small things, easy to ignore. An investor calls in. Hey, I was wondering, can I take out a portion? The answer comes quickly. Of course. No hesitation, no concern. And that reassurance is enough. Because trust doesn't break all at once. It fades, slowly. Another investor checks their statement. They pause, look closer. This looks too perfect. But then they shake it off. No, it's been working for years. And just like that, the doubt disappears. Because belief is easier than questioning. Across the country, similar moments are happening. Living rooms, office desks, late-night phone calls. You've been in longer than me. Have you ever had a bad month? Not once. And that answer shuts everything down because consistency becomes proof, even when it shouldn't. And that's how the illusion survives. Not through secrecy, but through confidence. Not through complexity, but through simplicity. And most of all, through repetition. The same results, the same statements, the same story, over and over again, until no one questions it anymore, until no one even thinks to. And that's when the system becomes fragile. From the outside, nothing looks different. The statements still arrive, the numbers still rise, everything still feels normal. And that's the illusion at its strongest. An investor opens his mailbox, pulls out the envelope. He pauses, just for a second. Another good month. He doesn't question it. He doesn't hesitate. Why would he? It's been working for too long. Across the city, another call is happening. I'm thinking of putting more in. After everything going on in the market? Exactly. This is the only thing that's still stable. And that belief keeps the machine alive, because stability is addictive, especially in chaos. The outside world is shaking. Markets are falling. Headlines are getting worse. Banks are collapsing. People are losing everything. But inside this system, nothing changes. That contrast makes it feel even safer. Because when everything else is falling, the thing that stays standing feels real, even when it isn't. A woman logs into her account. She stares at the numbers. How is this even possible? But she doesn't pull out. She leans in. I should add more. And that decision is exactly what the system needs. More money coming in, more pressure building underneath, because every new dollar has to go somewhere. And that somewhere isn't where people think. It's not being invested. It's being used to keep the illusion alive. And the more people believe, the harder it becomes to stop it. To stop it would mean everything unravels. And that's the problem, because now it's too big to fail quietly. Too many people, too much money, too much trust built over time. But the pressure keeps rising. Another call comes in. I'd like to withdraw part of my funds. Of course, we'll process that. Then another call. I need a larger withdrawal. Actually, make that everything. And now it's not occasional anymore. It's constant. Phones ringing nonstop. Emails stacking up. Where's my money? I submitted my request already. Why is it taking so long? Inside the office, the atmosphere shifts. Less calm, more tension. People start asking questions they never asked before. How much liquidity do we actually have? Can we cover all of this? No one answers immediately, because the truth isn't something you say out loud. Not yet. But everyone feels it. The system is tightening. Every withdrawal makes it weaker. Every delay makes it more visible. And now, people start comparing notes. My request hasn't gone through. Mine neither. They said it's just a delay. But delays create doubt. And doubt spreads faster than trust ever did. The same way people once recommended him, they now start questioning him. Something feels off. This doesn't add up anymore. And once that thought appears, it doesn't go away. It grows. And once it starts growing, it doesn't stop. The questions get louder. Where is the money? What's actually happening? And now, there are no easy answers. Inside the office, everything feels different. The calm is gone. The confidence fading. People stop making eye contact. Phones are still ringing, but no one wants to pick them up. What do we tell them? How long can we hold this? Not long. Because the system is out of time. There's no more room to hide. No more money to move. No more illusion left to protect. And then it happens. The realization hits. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to understand what this really is. A lie. A system built on nothing. And once that truth settles in, there's no fixing it. No adjustment. No recovery. No way out. And then comes the moment no one expected. Bernie sits down with his sons. There's something I need to tell you. And in that moment, everything changes. Because the truth finally comes out. It's all one big lie! And just like that, the illusion is gone. The news spreads fast, faster than anything before it. Phones ring across the country, emails flood inboxes. Have you heard? It's all fake. And suddenly, everything makes sense. The perfection, the consistency, the impossible stability. It wasn't brilliance, it was deception. Investors rush to check their accounts. They refresh the page again and again. There's nothing there. It's gone. Not reduced, not delayed. Gone. Life savings wiped out. Retirement plans destroyed. Charities left with nothing. Entire futures erased overnight. Families sit in silence. What do we do now? We trusted him. And that's the hardest part. Because this wasn't just money. Trust placed in the wrong place. Authorities step in. Investigations begin. And the truth unfolds, piece by piece. Bernie is arrested. The man who built certainty, now facing reality. 150 years, not for taking risks, but for creating a world that never existed. And when it's all over, one question remains: how did no one see it? Because the truth is, people didn't want to. The returns felt good. The story made sense. And certainty is powerful. More powerful than logic. More powerful than doubt. And that's why it worked. Until it didn't.